sexy?
Give you a ride if you abide by the road book.
Are you going east?
Yeah, it's gonna cost you though.
Oh. Good morning. Today's Tuesday. Yesterday was full of meetings and kind of just meeting with the business as we are kind of taking the business in a new direction, but I will speak on more of that as plans kind of unfold with it.
You nervous?
A little bit.
I'm a little nervous too.
Oh, that was very anticlimactic.
That was very anticlimactic.
Yeah.
Make it, right in the middle, so that it's even on both sides.
Whoa!
It's been so dusty around here lately and hot, and we got a little bit of rain last night, but not enough to clear up kind of this drought that we're in right now. So Jesse's just using the air hose and cleaning out all the air filters before we go to the next job here. Topsoil's flying off the shelf and it's been awesome, so I can't complain about the topsoil side of the business. All right, we made it here to this job that we're going to be using the power rake on. We're going to be doing this entire section from here all the way up around the house. All this heavy compacted kind of clay topsoil that really doesn't grow anything. No one can give us slack anymore. We got ratchet binders now. More safe.
Way more safe.
Yeah. If you've been subscribed for a while, and I mean a while, this will separate the people that have been watching for a while and the people that are new. New people, I appreciate it, but if you're not subscribed, please show some support and do that. But we did a job here bulldozing an old barn. We built this pad, and if you know this barn, he's done so much work to it.
It's 100 years old, eh?
Yeah, 100 years old, yeah.
Yeah, this is the job we took the old tillers and stuff and we dragged them over there.
And then we tore down the trees and everything.
Yeah, that was fun.
That was a good job. Sturdy enough to hold my fat ass?
I don't know. Probably wouldn't hold Brad.
Probably not Brad, yeah. That's pretty awesome.
So Taylor was telling you on one of the last jobs, this thing puts dimples in the ground. Not sure if the camera's picking that up really well, but if you move away the loose stuff, you'll find there's dimples, and your seed will fall into those dimples, and then water will come over the seed and it will help with the germination process. One of the nice features of the power rake. I don't know if you can tell, I've missed you guys. I haven't had a lot of time on camera this year. I've been super busy keeping everybody going and having jobs getting done. So I've missed you. You let me know in the comments if you've missed me. Maybe we'll try to get me on here a little bit more as the year progresses.
G'day, how are you now? Today what we're doing is we're actually changing over the screens on our power screen from 8 mils to 6 mils. I don't know anyone else in the auto area that screens with 6 mils. Now we are going to lose about 25% productivity rate, but I think that the upside to that is positive because we will be getting a better, cleaner product out of the soil. So we're changing from 8 mil to 6 mil today. Al's bringing over stuff. We have to drop this, move the stacker, drop everything, take off the chute, build a ramp, crawl up in it, take out the old screens, and then put the new screens in. It's not an easy thing to do. It is a very labor-intensive job, and it's like super tight spaces and everything, but we're gonna do our best here to get her done. I got a meeting with a company here at 8 or 9, so I got a couple hours. Hopefully we finish it, and then if not, I'll come back and we'll get her going from there. But that's what's going on here today. Let's get her done. Okay, so what we're doing now, we're inside the bottom of the chute right now. These are the banjo strings we're replacing. As you guys can see, we got a lot of little holes in them. Like, that's allowing through a pretty large stone in there. So it was time to change them. There's a lot of debris stuck in them as well, that's common. That's not because they need to be changed. That's just because you run stuff through it and they get caught on the strings. But I was just cleaning off the edge here. And then what we're gonna do is pop this bottom one out first, and then slide the top one off. The bolts to loosen are outside, and then we'll slide the new ones in, and hopefully it goes as easy as that sounds. Hell yeah. All right, that's 2 screens out. Now we're gonna unwrap the new ones, pop them in. Okay, top screen's in. Cutting myself. Now we're gonna do the bottom screen. Okay, so we need to get to this one here. Go back towards you. Oh. Okay, so that took not as long as expected, which is very good. So we got our new screens in here, and basically, Al, yeah, maybe let's hit this bottom one a little more.
On the front screen?
Yeah. Basically, how you know how tight they are supposed to be is like a guitar string kind of, and the top ones are super tight, but I think this bottom one could use a little bit more. So we just tighten the bolts on the outside, and this bar sucks it in and pulls and stretches it, because it's lipped here and then lip there, and pulls and tightens it this way and stretches the strings, and that's what gives you the nice tightness. So we're just going to tighten this up, put the screener back in place, and then start screening some dirt and see how this stuff looks, which I cannot wait for, but I think we're going to get some coffee first. Looks pretty clean. Hey, this stuff's looking really, 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 really good. Topsoil test. We'll crunch it up as hard as we can. Good. We'll drop. Falls apart perfectly. Beautiful soil. Yeah. What's the scope of work here?
Oh, they got some water problems. Apparently it's coming up from underground and heaving the asphalt, wrecking their parking lot. So we're trying to control that water from coming up underneath. So what we're gonna do is right down the middle, We have a swale. We're gonna dig down to what we found was bedrock.
Yeah, I heard that threw us for a loop.
It's a little higher than what we expected, but we're still gonna give the water a pathway to go.
Is that rock there?
That's the rock there.
Wow.
And she's smooth, and I dug a hole.
Holy man, that's not deep.
No, I dug a hole over there, same thing. And we dug a hole over there, same thing. Well, right here, you'll find our
Sanitary.
locates that we get professionally located. So yes, we have sanitary, hydro, water, and Bell/Rogers or communication wires that all go across this trench line here. And what they've done is they actually blasted a trench line out for the rock with explosives, because you could see the riprap on either side.
That's crazy.
And they got their services down low.
We're actually getting the windows tinted on the dump truck today, the 08 and the 2021.
All right, can I get 2 large blacks and 3 large double doubles?
All right, 2 large blacks and 3 large double doubles.
That's it.
And a large pinkety drinkety.
Anything else?
Yeah,
A large pinkety drinkety.
a large pinkety drinkety.
A large nori?
Pinkety drinkety.
Pinkety drinkety. I don't know what that is.
That's not a thing.
Never mind, that's it.
Very large.
A large what? Pinkety drinkety?
For that, I should be charging you $185.
I was messing with them.
He's my boss. I have to listen to him.
That's the list to it.
So what do you guys think? Windows are tinted. We did, I think 30%, 35, somewhere around there. So now that it's Friday, I'm kind of reflecting on the week, thinking about everything that happened, and man, things are just crazy, crazy busy. And I know that you guys said you don't have to apologize, Taylor, for not putting out stuff, but I want to thank everybody that subscribes and stays along. I know you guys do understand that there's a lot that goes on behind the scenes of these videos. What you see in this, 12 to 14 minute long video isn't everything that happens. There's so much that goes on behind the scenes as far as business development and planning that next big step. One thing I want to comment on is I know people are going to comment and say the tinting is illegal on commercial trucks. I'm fully aware of that. I know that the MTO doesn't like that, but it's one of those things I just really don't care. My new drivers wanted the windows tinted because the sun and the AC is having a hard time because it's been so hot this year. Now you guys saw all the work that we did right now with this screener. Al's actually over here behind me. We're loading out topsoil today and we're like running behind on topsoil because we ran into a huge issue with this screener. So we actually had an injector line blow on this right here. So right now we put in, it's like a high pressure epoxy because like 10,000 PSI running that line. We're watching it as we're running it, but I know that this screener is getting not to the end of its life, but getting to the end of its life at KWC because, and these are all really good problems to have. Let me set you guys down. We'll just have a business talk for a second. So when I first started selling topsoil and starting this topsoil business as an offshoot of Kenway Construction, I didn't think we would ever get to the point where our machine couldn't keep up to the demand. Although this machine can do 120 yards an hour, it's a great machine, but for somebody that isn't running at 10 hours a day like we have been. It was always the goal to grow the business to a point where we were selling thousands of cubic yards a week, and we're at that point now. So now I need to think long-term growth. Am I gonna keep going with this, or am I gonna kind of stay behind with it? And staying behind with it isn't an option for myself. When I think business, I think end over end growth. That's what we're doing, that's what needs to happen. So I want you guys to stay tuned and stay subscribed because we have something coming on Monday that is going to be unreal. And honestly, I'm just smiling ear to ear thinking about it. Al's super excited, but there's gonna be something that's coming, and I want you guys to stay tuned for that. Part of what I do on a day-to-day that you guys don't get to see is preparing for that next big step. How can I take the company to new heights every single year? How can we grow? And in business, you have people who know how much they need to make to kind of to squeeze by, and that's how they run their business, which is perfectly fine. And sometimes that's what you have to do to survive. But for myself, I'm my own worst enemy. I'm never satisfied. I'm never happy. We got a brand new truck. I wanted another one right away. We're selling 2,500 cube a week. I want to sell 25,000 cube a week. But it takes a lot of logistics and looking at numbers and marketing and growing and meeting the right connections. Connections are huge. Okay, all that serious business talk stuff is over with, but I just wanted to give you guys a little look into behind the scenes and get you guys to understand more of kind of what my goals are and maybe help someone else that wants to start a business. So if you guys ever have any questions, comments, or concerns, leave them in the comments down below. I do read them. Sometimes I try not to respond to the negativity and aspects like that, but everyone's entitled to their own opinion. Al's over here on top of the loader putting coolant in it, so I'm hoping that everything's fine with that. I'm heading out camping this weekend for Canada Day weekend. Even though Canada Day is next Wednesday, we're celebrating it this weekend. So if you're Canadian and you're celebrating, happy Canada Day. Have an awesome weekend. The sun's shining. We'll catch you guys on the next one. Take care. And of course, I didn't forget about you guys, the true patrons channel that watch the entire videos to the very end, which is right now. And I'm gonna give you guys, because you're true patriots, a little bit of a hint. Today's word of the day is new screener. So if you guys watch the entire video to the very end, I'm gonna give you that little tidbit of a secret kind of tip hint as to what's coming next week. So comment down below new screener. I appreciate you guys as always, and we'll catch you in the next one. There's our old Volvo. Have a good weekend.